Good evening, everyone, and thank you for joining us. After two children died after falling through the ice, thin ice, on Washington Park Lake in Albany, the Oneida County Sheriff's Office has put out safety tips for being on the ice during the winter season. News Channel 2's Thomas Tellerino has more on how to stay safe when dealing with ice conditions.
With the winter season fast approaching, it means snowmobiling and ice fishing will soon make its return to the area. To prepare the public, the Oneida County Sheriff's Office put out information on how to stay safe when dealing with ice.
We put this out because every year, whether we're talking snowmobile safety, boater safety, hunting safety, every year there's yet another tragedy.
To prevent a tragedy from taking place, it is important to know what the ice thickness level guidelines are for people to be on.
Typically, the general rule of thumb for ice, for a person to walk on, an average sized person, you want that ice to be about 4 inches thick at minimum. If you're going to take a snowmobile or a side-by-side out there, you're going to want that ice, 6 or 8 inches thick.
With temperatures going up and down, white ice can form with the snowfall on the lake. This is actually weaker than the clear ice.
That layer of ice that snow melted and then turned into ice, that has about half the strength of straight ice.
When snowmobiling, staying on the groomed trails is the safest thing you can do when riding. If you end up going onto the lake, you must know the conditions before going on it.
You got to know the thickness of the ice. You got to know, again, the depth of the water. There's a lot of factors here. So again, just don't go blindly out without knowing your background of where you're going.
For people going ice fishing, one of the safest things you can do is wear a life jacket in case you fall into the water.
Know for sure that you're going to be on ice over the water. Take that extra precaution and wear a life jacket. But again, God forbid you fall through, you're going to have that to keep you floating.
If you ever fell through the ice, it is important to remain calm, exit the way you came in, and try to keep your body parallel with the water.
Doing anything you can in those first few minutes to protect yourself from hypothermia, because it can set in very quickly, especially now. I mean, you can see, even though we're indoors here, it's still pretty cold.
By following these guidelines, you are taking the best precautions when being on ice. Reporting in Utica, Thomas Tellerino, News Channel 2.